everyone, my name's Miranda and today I am here to do my book wrap-up for the month of March. And first up this month, I read Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, and feelings aside for the author herself, this book was really amazing. Oh, it's so shiny. I think it's my favorite of all the Shadowhunter series thus far. It was so action-packed, so fast-moving, it went so quickly. Things that I thought would happen in book 2 happened in this book. All the storylines are interesting to me and I can't wait to see where it goes in the next book, even though it's probably going to be heartbreaking based on the way this book ended and just based on the way all of the previous Shadowhunters books have gone. But I love this book. Definitely one of my favorite reads of the year so far, and definitely give it 5 out of 5 stars. This month I read 2 graphic novels, the first being SpiderGwen, and Gwen Stacy is one of my favorite Marvel characters, so to see a whole comic series about her as SpiderGwen is really awesome. The only thing is this series is good, but it's not great, which is disappointing. I think it needs just a better drawn out story. It can get confusing in points because it goes from one thing to another without really explaining it that well. Still, I really like it and I'm excited to see where the rest of the series is gonna go, and this is definitely on my list of Marvel comics that need to be turned into a movie or TV series, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. The other comic book I read this month was Gotham Academy Volume 2 Calamity, and I have to say, as much as I loved Volume 1 Gotham Academy, I loved it, this one was even better. It was so action-packed, so funny, so mysterious. I liked all the little mysteries that were going on with the werewolves and the vampires, and we had Damian Wayne, Bruce Wayne's son, and him in maps and everything. The only thing I didn't like is that we seem to be getting an even stronger inkling of a love triangle coming between Olive, Kyle, and Tristan. Is that his name? Yeah, the guy with wings, you know who I'm talking about. So I'm not looking forward to that, but other than that, this was amazing, and I honestly, like I've said before, I really want this comic trade to be turned into a series because I think it reads exactly like a teenage Scooby-Doo. They're just amazing, all the characters, and I can't wait to see what happens in Volume 3. After that, I read Stars Above by Marissa Meyer, which is an anthology of 9 different Lunar Chronicle stories, 5 of which have never been seen before. And for me, this book was okay. I mean, if you're a diehard Lunar Chronicles fan, I think you'll like it. Other than that, if you're a casual fan like I am, it's not really going to do anything for you. Winter is actually my favorite book in this whole series. I just think it was the best one, and the 2 stories I enjoyed the most were either about winter or took place after winter. So for me, it's just not something that I would go out and buy because, like I said, I'm not the hugest fan of this series, and is hugest a word? I don't even know. If you love this series, you're definitely going to love it, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. After that, I read Starflight by Melissa Launders, which is her new series after Alienated, and I didn't like this one as much as Alienated, but it was very different and very unique, especially in terms of the romance between the 2 main characters. They kind of started off hating each other, which we see a lot, but they were really awful to each other. It wasn't that flirty, oh, you guys are gonna bang afterwards. It was they had some deep prejudice that they needed to get over, and just the whole world of having it be kind of space pirates was really interesting. And like I said, I didn't like it as much as Alienated, but I definitely liked it more than Invaded. So it's kind of in the middle for me. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and I think if you're looking for something outer spacey and different, it's definitely a good read, and I would definitely recommend you check it out. After that, I read A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro, I think is how you say it. I have a whole book talk on this book if you are interested in finding out more. I'll leave a link to that in the description box down below. But overall, this read was very interesting. It's about a modern day Sherlock and Watson story, and the main characters Sherlock Holmes and Jamie Watson are being framed for murder at the new boarding school that they're attending, and it's kind of how their whole friendship starts, and it's definitely an intriguing start to a new trilogy. I like the whole mystery aspect, I like the whole detective aspect, and I haven't actually read any of Sherlock Holmes' books, so you can still read this without having enjoyed any Sherlock Holmes things, and I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars. And lastly, this month I read Room by Emma Donoghue, which you may have heard of this book because it was recently turned into a movie that got a ton of press at the Oscars and that Brie Larson won a Best Actress award for. And if you don't know, Room is about this boy Jack and his ma who are trapped in this room by his ma's kidnapper. Jack is 5 years old, his mom has been held hostage in this room for about 7 years, I think, and now that Jack's getting older, he's getting more curious about the world outside, and his ma is getting more desperate to actually free them and get them out into the world because she wants him to have a better life. And it's just a really interesting read. I haven't read a book like this that moved me and kind of was really deep in a long time. Like, yes, I enjoy the entertaining books, the fun books, the YA books, but this one really sticks with you, and it's hard to put down because it's so scary, the premise, but it's so inspiring at the same time, like seeing how Jack and Ma's relationship has really helped them survive this terrible, terrible situation. And what I didn't realize when I picked it up was that Room is actually told entirely from Jack, the 5-year-old's point of view. So it's very interesting to see how kind of he makes things that are horrible, he sees them as more innocent. He doesn't really realize fully what is going on, and the story is kind of as they're trying to escape, his mother is telling him more and more about the truth about where they are and about the outside world. You see like this dissonance in what he's been told up till now and how he's trying to reconcile it with that there's this whole other world out there that he didn't know about, and it was really, really interesting. I really want to see the movie, and I'll probably do a movie and book talk on it for when I see the movie. If you'd be interested in that, let me know down below, but I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and I definitely, definitely recommend it. It's such a moving read, like I said, and it's one that really sticks with you even after you finish it. Alright, so there you have it. Those are all the books I read for the month of March. And if you've read any books that you really loved, really hated, or really felt indifferent about, please feel free to leave all the books you read down below in the comments so we can fangirl and talk and discuss about them and recommend them and all that stuff. Also, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below to be told to make all sorts of new videos. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!